1 second, everybody, I'm looking for a pop. Yeah. Here it is. You guys might have seen that the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial's been going on, so I wanted to go through my collection to see which Johnny Depp figures I actually had. And if I'm gonna be honest, I had no clue that he voiced Victor from Corpse Bride, but hey, I'm glad I've got this figure. And then of course I also have the Jack Sparrow in my collection, and really quickly I want to look to see what other characters he's done, because I think there's about 5 or 6 that have turned into Funko Pops. Oh, right, so there's a bunch of them here. He was Edward Scissorhands, as well as the Mad Hatter, and then these two, of course, and then he was also Geralt Grindelwald from The Crimes of Grindelwald. And then I'm pretty sure that's everybody, and I know that there are other versions of every single one of those characters, but those are the main figure. And also, if you guys have never seen these figures before, they really are some nice ones, especially Victor with scraps. I really enjoy this figure. And then when it comes to the Jack Sparrow, I haven't actually taken this one out of the box in a while, so I figured we could do that today. And this, for being a pretty old character, has a lot of nice detail. Like seriously, this is a really well done figure, and I remember a couple years later they did update it to make it look a little bit more accurate to Jack Sparrow, but this is still a really nice one. And if any of you guys are curious about which Pops Amber Heard has, I believe it's just Mira from Aquaman. Mira? Momoa? I don't know how you say it. Yeah, it looks like it was just the Mira, and there were a couple different versions of her, and oh my gosh, do you see how she signed this? On the actual glam shot on the front of the box. Ugh. I'm gonna be honest, I've never seen anybody sign a figure like that. Kinda weird. And now today, everybody, we are getting into the Reddit, and I haven't actually done one in probably about a month, so I figured it would be fun to do today, and let's see what's new, because I'm sure there's gonna be some good posts. Starting with the top post of the month, and it says, rate my collection, and it looks like you have a bunch of Game of Thrones figures. And there are 14 different photos here, so I don't know if you have any other stuff, but it looks like, okay, some Harry Potter as well. Maybe you've got the Johnny Depp one in here. I'm not seeing any Crimes of Grindelwald yet, anyway. But seriously, though, you have some crazy Harry Potter Pops, especially all 3 of them on Gringotts Dragon. It's one of my favorites. But let's keep going here because I want to see the rest of this stuff. Aha! There he is right there. Geralt Grindelwald. Pretty cool. And now what else do we got going on here? Some Stranger Things, as well as some of the Blacklight ones. Like, seriously, I'm just going to give you a 10 out of 10 right now, because these are some crazy figures. Ooh, here we go. I Am Batsy posted Marvel Pop pickups from the last few weeks. Now, these were some great ones to grab. Especially that Moon Knight, and I'm wondering how much you paid for that one, because when I got mine, I paid, I believe it was around $150, which is practically what it goes for now, but I'm curious, did you get that for a lot cheaper, or maybe is it way more now? I haven't checked in a while. And I'm also really enjoying how you have Thor from Secret Wars, because I also have her in my collection, and I feel like that's going to be a good one to have for when Thor Love and Thunder releases. And now I'm not going to spoil the other figures, but I will say they are some pretty great ones to pick up, and I feel like a lot of people know what I'm talking about here, but still, just in case. Look at this! When you get lucky. Yeah, wow, you definitely did get lucky. When I opened up mine, I wasn't lucky enough to get the chase, but this one here is so different that I might go out of my way to buy a couple more of the cans to try for that chase, or just straight up get one. Because it is a completely different figure, because if you look on the front of the can there, it is Vampire Freddy, but then when you get the chase, it's Skeleton Freddy. Like, seriously, completely different. Ooh, look at this, guys. We've got another chase, and this one here is the glow-in-the-dark Lemonhead. Hold on a second. Is it glow-in-the-dark and glitter? How's that gonna work? If anybody has this one in their collection, could somebody let me know what that looks like? Because how could they do glow-in-the-dark with glitter over top of it? That can't work. Like, maybe his bow tie as well as shoes glow, and then the rest of the figure is glitter? Huh. Really quickly, I wanted to look up to see what the actual chase was, and the only thing that I'm seeing here is a glitter version of him, so I don't know why it says glow-in-the-dark. Is that maybe an error? It could be. Next post here, we actually have another glitter figure. This one was posted by Alex Gatsby, and it says nicer than I thought it would be. And if you guys didn't see a long time ago, or actually I say a long time ago, it was probably like a year or two ago, they made a Mr. DNA, and now they're coming out with another one, which is completely Diamond Edition. And I'm debating on if I get the glitter version, because I already have the original one in the collection. Maybe if I get the glitter one, do I get rid of the original? But I like both. So I don't know, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, because I really do enjoy the glitter, but the original one is also pretty clean. I'm in a bit of a pickle. This week's haul, love my new chase. Now Jonesy, you got some sick figures. And actually, funny enough, we did just talk about that metallic Doctor Strange yesterday, and I still have it on my table. Hold on, let me grab it really quickly. It is, right here. Really excited that I was able to get this one, but also super jealous that you have that chase one. I'm still on the hunt for it. Also, I didn't know that the Blacklight Sylvie as well as the glow-in-the-dark Loki were already in the store, so I'm kind of curious what country you're from because I'm noticing these special edition stickers, so it's definitely not the USA. Oh my gosh, Pop Draw YT coming in with a really sick concept, and this one here is Stitch as Yoda. I love this thing. And you know what, now that I think about it, I remember when I was younger, I used to actually have a Stitch as Yoda. Let me see if I can find this little figure. Hold on one sec. Aha, here it is here, and I don't know if this is the exact one. Oh, they also made a Vinylmation. Interesting. Now I'm trying to think of which one I had. Maybe it was the action figure, but it could have just been the Vinylmation. I don't know. Either way, I would love Funko to do an entire collection of Disney characters turned into Star Wars ones. They'd be pretty sick. You know what? Hold on, guys. 1 second. Let me see if I can find the entire collection. All right, everybody, I found them, and they aren't the greatest photos, but you can at least see who we're talking about here. So we've got, like, Mickey as Luke, and then we also have, it looks like Chip and Dale as Ewoks, and then it looks like some other ones were, like, Minnie Mouse as Queen Amidala, Donald as Darth Maul, and then Goofy as Jar Jar? I don't remember that one. And well, anyways, I don't want to get too into it, but I seriously think it would be cool for Funko to make an entire line of these characters because I would buy every single one of them. I'm still hunting the common. Now, this is definitely a weird problem to have. And one thing that I do want to say is if you're buying the Vince Clortho ones in person, the common one is a lot lighter than the Chase and vice versa. So if you're looking for either the Chase or the common, just feel them for a couple seconds. I'm sure you'll find the one you're looking for. And then I've noticed with the Doofus Rick, they're pretty much the exact same weight. So I think your best bet would be is if they're opening up like an entire case of them at a store, like I know Toys R Us does that sometimes, or if they have exactly 6 of them, you know that there's a Chase in that pile somewhere. So maybe do that. It could be a good idea. Oh, wow. Here's my entire Spider-Man collection so far. How would you rate it? I mean, there are 17 photos here, and we're already looking at one crazy one. Like, the 6 of them alone, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. But let's keep going here to see what else you've got. Okay, we've got a bunch more Spider-Man ones, and it seems like this is going to go on Conan as Spider-Man. Oh my gosh, who is this signed by? I'm not exactly sure, but whoever it is, this looks sick. And I'm just going to keep going here if you guys want to check him out because there is a lot of Spider-Man stuff. Yes, definitely a 10 out of 10. Okay, wait, hold on. What is this? Saw this on r/Marvel memes. Where is the lie? Movie about dolls? How silly. And then me? What the heck? Now I gotta go over to r/Marvel memes to figure this out. It's got 196 upvotes, and that's me. Are there any comments about this? To be fair, Marvel, were comics before dolls. Okay, good point. Someone else said, can't wait for the Barbie movie. Did anybody notice it was me? Yeah, it doesn't look like it. But hey, it's cool to be featured on the Marvel subreddit. I'll take it. Ooh, it looks like we've got some more of the Pirates of the Caribbean Funko Pops. And if you guys want to check it out, we've got the Ghost of Will as well as Captain Jack Sparrow. And this one here was the newer figure that I was talking about that I do not have in the collection. But actually, now that I think about it, I feel like this is an in-between Jack Sparrow. So I wasn't actually talking about this one specifically. I guess it is an updated version, but there's actually one that was kind of like, I think after this, or maybe it was like a little bit before. I can't remember. Okay, I found it. So I have number 48 in the Disney collection. That's the original Jack Sparrow. Then there was also one that was number, let me find it here, 172. And then another one that came later on that was number 273. And then there was also a golden version of that Jack Sparrow. Pretty neat. And I believe that's all of the ones that they've done so far. So 3 of them, I guess 4 if you count the gold version. Does anyone know what kind of protector fits a U2's? Oh, you've got the Top Pops U2's in the collection. Great choice. When it comes to U2's, all of the newer ones actually have a U2's protector on them, and I don't believe that they're selling them at the moment, but if you get like a normal soft protector for a Funko Pop, it will fit the exact same. It's just slightly taller, like you might get ½ an inch at the top, nothing crazy. So if you're okay with that, you could definitely just get a normal protector, but if you want to buy another U2's, maybe there's one on the website that you enjoy, all of the newer ones will have those protectors, so you could just get one like that. Oh, and while you're on the U2's website, why not check out the Top Pops plushie? Link in the description. And well, anyways, guys, there you go. That is everything for today, and I hope that you guys did enjoy, and if you want to see more from me in the future, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that, but this has been an episode of Top Pops. Popsters, thanks for watching. See you guys tomorrow.
Did the math, I'm baby Johnny Cash. My girl gon' throw it back, that my life is cinemax. Holy hell, this max, I make hits and you make trash. I'm on vacay, do no ass, poolside eating Apple Jacks. Shut up, big deal like TJ Maxx. Bought some Catharines.